That looks good. Jock, I don't know how to read that fucking shit. Some character I don't quite know. That's not though. Then the under, and then the sit. Might be a name. The X Needle is a good anti-air, but it's kind of hard to use as an anti-air because it doesn't start up super quick. But it is upper body invincible, which is nice for an anti-air. That was an easy 2 parries if he was looking for it, which he wasn't. This is East versus West, yeah. But even if 12 got both of those parries, it wouldn't have even mattered. 12 doesn't get anything for parrying. That's like his literal biggest weakness. Parrying is a mechanic that allows 12 to win at all, but it's a mechanic that doesn't help him almost at all, and it fucking hurts him a lot. Feels bad, man. Oh no. Far stand fierce anti-air. It's not horrible, but it tends to trade. Sweep can be hard for Alex to punish. I think he needs charge. But I think he can generally punish it. Ken is a problem for Alex, because Shifu punishes everything. I think Shifu might punish an on-block chop, and it definitely punishes all versions of slash elbow, including EX, which is safe against almost the whole cast. It might punish like Stomp too. I don't know the frame data of Stomp. A lot of Alex's attacks are like -3 or worse, like almost all of them. And Shifu will just punish like all of them. Like if it's in range, it'll punish a lot of. Okay, that didn't punish. You have problems fighting Alex as Urian? Alex isn't like free for Urian. I did come back. But like Alex isn't usually the kind of character you have problems fighting. That was kind of cool. The cancel into the Tatsu. Only the first hit of Tatsu hits there. If Alex low parried and then stayed crouching, he would have dodged the rest of it. Actually, I don't know. I don't know about Alex. Alex probably has to block the whole thing. Ken's Tatsu is higher than like some of the other Tatsus. That's a punish. But I think Alex still blocks it. Ken's Tatsu has really bad frame data. Nice parry, terrible punish. He could have had strong fierce. I remember that video. Ugh! Don't wake up with DPs in this game. He parried, and then he went for like a walk-in. The thing is, you're like locked into the parry animation and can't move for like kind of a long time. Doing parrying to move is harder than it sounds. Because when you do something during a parry, it just immediately does it the fucking first frame you regain control of your character. But if you hold forward, you've got to actually like react and watch and like or like have a really good knowledge of how long the parry stop lasts, and know how much like you need to hold the line in order to get the adequate amount of movement. It's hard. It's harder than it sounds. He went for like big damage and didn't get it. He could have just gotten parry into low forward. Urian doesn't really counterpick anyone. That's the truth. Urian doesn't even counterpick like 12ish on. Urian is like not really a super hard match for anyone. He's like a good character. He like has a general advantage over most of the cast. But he doesn't have a free ride against anyone. You have to actually like know how to play and win. That was probably supposed to be empty jump. I don't know what that was supposed to be. He probably just did empty jump parry and got thrown. That can happen. He could have done empty jump roundhouse or back roundhouse, which I think is unthrowable from its very earliest frames. Ooh, that might have been an accident. Trying to get a crosscut DP. Autocorrects are possible in this game, but they're hell. Spacing slide is kind of hard. It's easier than Street Fighter 4. Slide is a safer move, but Ken is about the absolute hardest character to like space stuff against, because Ken has the best punish. If anyone has a punish for X thing, Ken is almost the one. Almost always the one. The only exception is like -2 stuff, because Ken doesn't have a 2-frame super. Or he does, but it's not Super 3. And 1-frame stuff, but there's not that much -1 stuff in this game. Especially not -1 stuff that recovers point blank. Super 1 from Hugo seems like it'd be a really good super, but the amount of punishes it gives you is actually surprisingly small, because pushback and third strike is actually extremely high for almost everything. Pushback in this game. Ken Super is 3. It will punish. It's a 1-frame punish on -3 stuff, such as Shoto low forward. I think Ken Super 1 is 2 frames, I think. But he never runs Super 1, and for good reason. Super 1 is kind of mediocre. Huh. I walked forward. That was an okay punish. Usually you just want stand forward into super. Like, it doesn't really add that much damage to use the EX bar, because you only get one hit of the EX drop. And the EX drop isn't even that strong. Stand forward into super is usually adequate. Then again, Alex doesn't have a whole lot of uses for meter, so you might as well take it where you can get it. Yeah, show your F engine you can. In that order. 3S Elena would fit a lot better in 5. Being able to combo from overhead for Elena was a mistake. I don't know why they did that. Overhead should have been, like, safe and also, like, not lead to combos. Shiryu is like... Shinryuken does abnormally high damage for the amount of meter it uses, but only being able to stock 1 is kind of annoying because EX Fireball is kind of good. And EX Air Tatsu is kind of good. So, like, you don't really want to do that. And also, there's no confirms. And Super 1 has low confirms, but not overhead confirms. So, like, you know, you don't actually get the mix-up. You get your weak-ass overheads and low short, low jab into Super 1. You can't even do low jab. You can't even do, like, 3 lights. You have to do 2 lights. Low short, Super 1. I don't even remember if that works. It might have to be, like, low short, stand jab, Super 1. I think 2 low shorts works. I think they have, like, the same pushback. Oh, tried to parry as an ATR, but then he got 720'd. Hugo's different, man. Hugo actually has, like, one of the best counters to getting parried. If Hugo's anticipating the opponent try and parry him, he has good options compared to most of the cast. Yeah, the punishing is really crazy with Super 3, and being able to combo from with overhead is really crazy. And then also they give him, like, a ton of meter. So, like, that's, like, the really big 3 factors. And that's the reason you never see the other 2. 3 has the most confirms. 3 has, like, the lowest damage by far, though. Even, like, Shoryupa is, like, impressively stronger than Shifu. Shifu's weak. That went really far. Meaty stand strong. Kind of a weird play. What is Hugo's even, like... Is that gonna work? This'll kill. What even is Hugo's meaty mid? You need to have 2 different meaties in this game. Or maybe a lot more, but, like... You need to have a meaty that beats people who are going for low parry and a meaty that beats people going for high parry. Otherwise, people will always do a single parry direction against you, and you will always get parried. Definitely the low meaty is going to be low forward. What game is this? Fuck you. Oh, he dropped it. His clap was a bit early. No parry. The hard one's really easy to parry on reaction. I think Hugo can punish jump back instant air attack with the X lariat. That might not grab. Okay, it did. Depended on what normal she was doing. DP? That's not a terrible 2 bars to spend, to be honest. He'll get the meter back before he needs it because he's running Super 3. He won't need it until he's lost some health. That might be a punish. I don't know how bad Rhino Horn is. It whiffs on Crouching Oro, so I can always punish it. Crouching Oro is short. I think EX Rhino Horn whiffs. Definitely the regular one does. It's been so long since I've seen an Elena player do EX Rhino Horn. Unless I was jumping, in which case I see it regularly. Oh, that was a shoot down backbreaker grabbing a back roundhouse. That button is airborne. Jump fierce, down strong. Oh, he just went straight to DP. I respect that. One of players cutting out essential parts of their punish combos. He's gonna have another healing this round, comfortably. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to burn it. Like he can win without burning it, but like, he's playing with fire. Yeah, he burned it. This is Booster Kihara. I was almost a normal punish. He had to EX it or else it wasn't going to combo. Only EX combos from low strong. Do you think Poison and Hugo have had sex? I'm actually like super curious at this. That was a background. I was getting grabbed by a shoot down again. Early light DP has a different parry timing from late light DP. More light EX DP more realistically. The sooner he uses the super, the more likely he's going to get that meter back by endgame. Uh-oh. This is exactly what Hugo needed. Look at that damage, dude. That's super plus 1 medium punch. Well, he's almost dead. That was a car throw. Not a great punish, but her actual best punish wasn't going to be much better. It was going to be like low strong into EX spin scythe, but he might not have wanted to use the bar. Now he's in a shit position. There it goes. That was well played. Nice matchup. Big slow doofuses. Takahashi. This guy's quite good. The Hugo player is still right. What is that character? Is that fat? Is that like Futata? Futata Dorai? Let me try typing that and see what it does. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work either. It's a mystery. Character locks. I mean, you only play once. So, no? Oh, wait, yes. Like, if you win, you keep playing. I'm dumb. Yeah, it's arcade version. The whole reason they do this format is because they're literally playing on an arcade. And once you win an arcade, you know you're still up. That's why they play King of the Hill style. It works well. Very far connect jump fierce. He couldn't get a close forward there, I don't think. So what he did instead was he just reset to command grab. That was an intelligent decision. The only 2 confirmed for Season 3. Are they even confirmed? Because I'm pretty sure they're not. More like the only 2 from the reliable leaker, right? I don't know. Uh-oh. These characters are so scary. Both of them do so much damage. If either of them gets a good connect right now, they're like the other one's just half dying. Literally like a jumping combo from Q would do about 70% to Hugo. With Super 2. Trying to jump right at the last second to dodge. Oh, that. Wrong combo. Jump fierce, stand forward, dash punch super would have been nice there. He was caught off guard by the fact that it worked. Cool combo. This is going to be big. Cut it fine. He cut it a little short. Missed. That adds a decent amount of damage. I think as long as they enhance Sagat's defensive attributes a little bit, he'll be a very welcome character. They gave Sim a beard, why not give Sagat a beard? I'm kind of down. Shaggy eye patch. Like the eye patch aged. I mean, I guess it does. That guy's got like a Chinese name. Is that like Sister? What is that character, the second one? I don't quite recognize it. It's got the woman in it on the left half. But I don't think it's like Emoto or Ne. Some other character. The first one is small. I don't remember how it's pronounced by itself. It's the Chisai. Sho, I think. No, I don't remember. I don't remember how it's pronounced by itself. But it's very common in Chinese names. Most Chinese names are one syllable. And oftentimes people will use a nickname, and the nickname will be Xiao followed by their name. Neat. That's not a hard parry. That was free meter for him, I guess. Took less chip doing that too. Well, that's the Xiao though. Little. I think you see it for men and women. Wow. Surprised that hit like that. People bitch about that command grab being so slow. And he fucking parried something and then command grabbed before the projectile that was cancelled from the parried attack could hit. Not fair. Well, there goes that. Oh, that one ended so quickly. Xiaoyu has that kind of name in Tekken. Ling Xiaoyu. Most names in Chinese are 2 syllables. Some are 3. I want to switch to Ibuki my main in this game, but I suck. Ibuki's real technical in this game. She's not like bad. Nice red parry. Decent punish. Hard to get much more than that there. That command grab went so far. What the fuck was that? It's supposed to be dash punch into Fierce. He had like a much bigger juggle than that. That works on everyone, I think, in the corner. Cute. He had a hard read. He didn't need to make hard reads at that stage in the fight, but like it was totally harmless and it helped him a lot. He managed to close it out really easily, and also he got meter. And prevented Ree from building much. It is the general nature of Q to get cornered immediately and then stay there in any matchup. Q has very little ability to seize ground, despite what the dash punch would make you think. He also has almost no ability to move outside that dash punch. Reacting or predicting? Almost always predicting, dog. It depends on what it is. Like, if they give me something to react to, I'll react. But that's not usually a component for parries. Parries are almost always predictive. You can do reactive parries, but the problem is most of the time they'll be red parries. Like, I reaction parry Elena's Mallet Smash when I'm fighting Elena players. But like, most attacks don't allow you that kind of like reaction time. And the ones that do, most people don't really do them that much. Q gets stunned occasionally. Most characters don't have huge stun output in this game. That was trying to bait a parry and punish it. You get a DP against Q, because he's wide. So EX Tatsus are unusually rewarding. Ah, he would have lived to be able to block that. If he blocked, they wouldn't have tripped out. Oro stuns Q like crazy. Q has a long stun bar though. But there's only 3 lengths of stun bar. Q's is about like 6/5 of average. And then there's another one that's like 4/5 of average. That Remy and Akuma have. That's a decent number of characters with the long one. Oro has a long one. Hugo has a long one. Q has a long one. I think Dudley does. No, Dudley does not. Alex does. That's like a very respectable. There's like 8 characters who have the long one. Then a shit ton with the medium length one. Yes, that's Q only. Target combo into double DP. Against Elena, you can do like low forward into double DP or like close strong into double DP without the Kara. But against Q, you can actually do the full TC into double DP without the Kara. Q wa subarashi. Nice. Dudley is a long one? I thought he wasn't, because I think Q can. I think Makoto can touch of dizzy him, and Makoto can't touch of dizzy you if you have the long one. She can only do like a most of your dizzy bar. Both these characters have the medium one. Does a low confirm. Low short, low jab. If it hits, he does another low short, then supers. You can do the whole thing if you want to, but it's harder to dash in. You have to dash in instead of walking in for your throw. You can confirm off 2 hits in this game, 2 lights. Stronger without an EX bar. Like without a super bar? Or without EX moves? They'd be about the same tier, not factoring supers. Ken would be better. Ken has Kara DPs. Ryu doesn't. The lid does have a long one. Maybe Makoto has a different juggle on him. She does have different juggles depending on the character. I will believe your link without clicking on it. That was probably a trip card thing. Yeah, that wasn't the right spacing, but it doesn't need to be the right spacing against Chun-Li. Chun-Li's the wrong height. Chun-Li has an abnormally low crouch, which means it always hits deep on her. So Ken can always do universal overhead into super. I think even point blank. Whew. That's really tricky. He lands just before you wake up, so his meaty will beat anything you do. And he can land on either side, and then do low short on either side, or stand strong on either side. And that's 4 different parries / 2 different block directions. Which makes it a little annoying. That was a universal overhead raw beating and reversal EX bird. He got the EX bird reversal, and universal overhead still stuffed it. EX bird has some invincibility, but not enough invincibility to carry through to the hit. Same with EX legs, but they have different invincibility. So like, unless it's like a fat meaty, there's a good chance that one of them might work. But they're both pretty shitty reversals. Chun-Li has no good reversal in this game. No, none of her supers either. Chun-Li literally has no good reversal. It's kind of rare that like not even one reversal. Usually like one of your supers is an okay reversal. But I think even Chun-Li Super 3 is garbage as a reversal. Eradicate the damaging shit. Ibuki has no damaging shit. Literally do jab, strong, fierce, Raido. Jab, strong, fierce, hard, Sumuji. That's it. That is your damaging shit. It's shitty. Ibuki's more about her footsies. Bad confirm. No, YSB. That was a big punish too. Can't medium kick properly. Just stop holding whenever you hit medium kick. She's not a charge character. That was a good mix-up for Ibuki. It's safe on hit or parry. I think it's only punishable if you like red parry the very last hit, which is extremely hard to do. It might still be safe, actually. I know, but I play keyboard. Stop! There's your problem. How fucking poor do you have to be that keyboard is literally your only option? I will fucking buy you a controller and mail it to your house. Like a fucking like a $10 USB pad, and it'll still be better than keyboard. I will do that as a fucking, what do you call that? The public service. Pro bono. I will do that pro bono. It is a public service that I make it so people do not play fighting games on keyboard. He's the exception, not the rule. I have a pad, too lazy to learn. You have no one to blame but yourself. Generally, I use keyboard. Why? I use pad because I've been using pad since I was fucking a baby. It feels natural to me. And I don't have any sort of executional things, hang-ups with it for the most part. I used to have an executional hang-up of plinking, and then I learned to plink on pad. Not a reversal, but still a punish. Explain. It also didn't look in range. That was weird. Good old hashtag no context. Doing left forward by itself against a Ken. You gotta be careful with that normal. That being said, that punish is really hard and somewhat unrealistic. Trying to differentiate. Trying to get a reversal super on a low forward, but not do a reversal or not do anything if it's like a low strong. Which it's far more likely to be. Also, if you try and reversal super a low forward, that's not going to be in range. If you try and reversal super a low forward, and it's actually a low forward EX fireball, for example, there's no auto block in this game. That was a failed super, and also that was a punish. That was a really rad punish, actually. Is that high pitched noise you? I don't know. There shouldn't be any high pitched noises. There's nothing I'm hearing in my room. That was like a far fierce, and he really reversal supered it. The far fierce was supposed to be low short. It was supposed to be low short. He tried to do low jab, low short super. He got the low parry, and then he did a confirm into super and missed it. And then he got a stand roundhouse. It was a stand roundhouse. I'm guessing it was a roundhouse super. I don't know what it was. It's a mystery. How do you know that? I mean, I guess it's your character. I guess you're the one playing Ken. So you know about Ken's stand roundhouse. But how do you know that Ken's stand roundhouse is punishable by Shippu? And how are you ready to do that when Ken does stand roundhouse? We just saw some advanced shit right there. That air fireball is hard to deal with. Akuma does not eat hits for shit. That's a very hard cross up to parry. I don't know why he didn't try to block. He got a reversal. You have to parry. Parries do not autocorrect, so you have to. That hits like 1 frame after it crosses up, so you only have like a 1 or 2 frame window to parry that instead of the usual 7. Reversal Tatsu is actually pretty good. That's probably empty back jump into parry, air parry. Ken did not want to commit to a DP just in case he got parried. Whoa, that was a card demon. You don't see those that often in this game. Tricky! I did not see that shit. I would not have blocked that hit. When's the next cooking with Bath? I just did one! Why does everyone want them all the time? I'm still eating my leftovers from that fucking last cooking with Bath, and people are asking, like... asking for another one already. People care more about those than any other video I make. I should just become a cooking channel. Today we're making quiche. Is that how you say that? I actually have no idea. That was a car throw. Akuma has a good car throw in this game. Cooking stream? No, I do cooking videos on my YouTube. Tatsu throw is not really the mix-up. Tatsu is too risky. It's more like demon flip throw. The Akuma players demon flip like crazy. He can't parry during demon flip, but otherwise it's like canceling buttons to demon flip makes them a lot safer. Get to parry that, and even if you parried it, Akuma could move in and start fucking his day. The big man. Do you mean punish? Ken only punishes -3 with Super 2. -2 stuff is he can't do it in time. Remember, Ken Super 3 is 2 frames start up then hit, because it's the old way of calculating frame data. So it hits on the 3rd frame. Smart. Might as well burn it. Akuma's meter is not super useful. Or more accurately, he can easily live without it. Especially in this matchup where he's kind of nervous about going for his confirms. He has like okay confirms, they're not great. But like they invite danger, that's what I was trying to say. If you're doing close forward, there's always the danger you get parried and need an SPD or a super. So medium kick works into super 1 on stand or crouch. Low short, low jab. Links into super 1. Or rather cancels into super 1 and confirms it. He's got a few others, but most of them aren't super noticeable. Notable. That's a really big one. Anti-air DP into super is good. This is like some really good. Now he's got the DP into super if he needs it. So next anti-air he can just kill. Hugo basically can't parry that. This is gonna kill. I can't imagine anyone living through that. One of them is like a DP super that does a bit more damage, and the other one is like a Tatsu super that does even more damage still, if I recall. He can confirm any of them from like, or I shouldn't say confirm, he can land all of them from his BMD combos. But Super 1 works from lows, and I think stand strong, and the other ones don't, and those are his two best confirms. But like, you can do like light Tatsu into DP into either of his other supers and it still works. And he still has KKZ and Raging Demon, which are both better than his normal supers for the most part, although harder to land. So his super choice doesn't actually matter that much. But also, because they're so redundant with each other, you might as well take the one that does everything. Raging Demon is 1 frame startup, yes. You cannot jump out. And it will punish -1 stuff. Superior 3 is not that good of an anti-air. It like seems like it would be because it goes straight up, but the truth is if you do any air normal, it'll probably beat him. It doesn't seem to have much invincibility at all. Shorty super is probably the worst. It's notable you can do the Super 1 and Super 3 midair, but you can't do Super 2 midair. Best ways to land Demon. Dash Demon is good, but it's really hard. Towards Strong Demon is good. If you get parried, you can Demon, but good luck. Any way to escape KKZ besides jump? KKZ is not escapable by jumping. KKZ is not the Raging Demon. Nice. Wake Up Demon is quite good, honestly. It's the truth. Most people don't respect Akuma on Wake Up. High block KKZ, that's important. You take a lot less chip when you're high blocking versus low blocking. It's not a low. And it does a fuck ton of chip, so you might as well mitigate it. KKZ is, it's good for chipping. It's a good anti-air if you can ever get it out in time. It is unparryable, so you cannot, or the first hit's unparryable. You can parry you can block the first hit and then start red parrying if you want to, but good luck. But it's really good at securing kinds of wins like that, and it's got a fuck ton of invincibility. But it's so slow, it's really, really hard to actually confirm. Nice. Good punish. It's just a highly specialized duel. That's going to combo. Super 2 would have dropped hits there, or would have just fallen out, I think. Super 3 probably still would have worked. Super 1 is just the best in general. This Akuma color is the one I try to replicate in Street Fighter 5. This is like the Akuma that I like. Feel is Akuma. Wake Up KKZ is okay. KKZ has a shit ton of invincibility, like the most of almost any attack in the game. Actually, it probably does have the most of any attack in the game. It has like 1 metric butt ton. The problem is the opponent, like even if they're trying to hit you, there's a good chance they'll recover in time to parry. I mean in time to block. That was Wake Up Tatsu. He could have died for that. That was a car throw, and it was a really good one. Yeah, look at that. Low forward into DP. That could have been stand strong into DP, and that could have been low forward into DP. And either one would have chipped out, and they were different parry directions. Oh yeah, jab into KKZ. French Fry Pizza was really tasty. Yes, it's very common. Remember, jumping is not that unsafe in this game because you can air parry. And also Chun-Li cannot hit the area directly above her head. That's like a weakness of Chun-Li. If Chun-Li has a weakness at all, it's her lack of anti-airs. Basically, it's the only area where Akuma can actually compete with Chun-Li's footsies. If he stays on the ground, he can't do anything. She'll just beat him with her pokes. But if he jumps around a lot, he's actually on even footing. It's a matchup thing, but also, like, you know, It's a very non-committal way to play, and Akuma values being non-committal a lot because he's got the least health in the game. Akuma also has really good air options. He's got basically a meterless version of Ken's EX Air Tatsu. And then he's also got air fireballs, which are really spammable. Generally safe even when parried. That's cool. Ugh. You can't parry while air dashing, so Remy would like to flash kick on reaction to an air dash, and generally speaking 12 will not. That might have been a punish. Generally speaking 12 will not air dash if Remy has down charge. You think that Remy would be like, oh, I control on the ground, but like anyone who can jump over my projectiles really easily would be really hard for me. That was unparryable because he was dashing. But in actuality, this might be the secret Remy color. No, I don't think it is. In actuality, Remy still locks 12 down pretty well. It sounds strange to say, but Remy's anti-air options are kind of varied in a good way. Oh, that normally requires a dash and charge partitioning. He must have got the right kind of connect. That was good recognition. That's a really cool looking combo. There aren't that many buttons in this game that cause that float state. Air buttons. Like Street Fighter 4 where you jump strong, that kind of thing. Remy's jump fierce does. Jump back strong. Even if that was parried, there was a very, very small punish available. And he probably wouldn't have even gotten it. It would have been air parry into air jump fierce, I think. Or jump forward or something. It was not that bad. I like Remy beats 12, but most characters do. I don't think it's a 7-3. It might be. I don't think it is. That combo's really cool looking. Anti-air super. The way it hits. Remy's kind of killing it, but he's getting easy matchups. This is like another matchup where Remy can actually do some work. Remy struggles so hard to build meter in this matchup, and Hugo builds it for free. Poison taunt. But like, Hugo has 0 opportunities to use meter, and Remy has a lot. Hugo has 0 opportunities to do anything. I don't think it's a counter pick or anything. Well, I mean, I think it is a counter pick, but it's probably just 6-4. Uh-oh. Because of shit like this. Hugo's so scary when he does get in. Then Remy's so weak when Hugo gets in. This is like a classic matchup in a game that doesn't have that many classic matchups. More of a new school matchup kind of game. Screen position was horrible for him. You see how I got tied up? John and Dudley are the two. They're generally just agreed to be Hugo counterpicks. They both were listed as 8-2 for a really long time. I think that Chun-Li is probably still 8-2. Chun-Li Hugo is just horrible. Dudley Hugo is probably 7-3. Or maybe 6-4 even. Probably 7-3. It's still heavily in Dudley's favor. This is another one where Remy does okay. That being said, this is the matchup. This is a matchup where Remy generally wins, but also has a good chance of abruptly losing. Remy can just die at any stage in this fight. Remy can be up like 80% against Alex's like 10%, and then Remy can just die. This is the matchup where like Alex is just a time bomb, and you have no idea when he's gonna go off. But if he goes off, you just lose. Chun-Li's the tier maker. That is a link. It might have still linked. It lost some hits because he was crouching, but you have additional link timing on crouch. But it didn't look like the right frame, but because he was crouching, he might have had more frames. Remy's dizzy bar hurts him a lot in this matchup. Should be able to block. Good punish. Low short? Yeah, he got it. He got the low short. You can cancel that to another super. He could have done that. He didn't have confidence in his low short. But he did get the link. It was cool. You guys see that? Super on crouching opponent into low short, baby. That was cool. Stomp into stomp. Good charging. This is it. This is the position where Remy can abruptly lose. This is Alex's fucking lifeline position. There you go. Alex has nothing is super cancelable. Alex has no combos. Two Alexes. G Bill. All lights except low short, I think. No, stand short neither. Okay, so both jabs, stand strong, and stand forward are like his only cancelable anythings. Big jumping combo, did a shit ton of damage. Meaty sweep. Decent mix up for a grappler. Empty jump parry. Overhead. Jump roundhouse. Another overhead. Got parried. That would have stunned. That would have been over if that hit. And it was an overhead, so it was a decent mix up. Alex's stand fierce is such a good fucking normal. There's no combo potential, but it's an overhead, and it's pretty fast for an overhead. And it does a fuck ton of damage in dizzy. And it's safe, unless you're like Ken. Stand short is cancelable? I never see anyone do that one. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any special moves that combo from lights. So the only thing you can combo from lights are super. And there's no way to combo stand short from super. I mean, from anything else. Except like a jump in, where you'd rather do like stand strong. So it's like very redundant. It has no like niche. I would agree with that a little bit. I wouldn't go as far as to say he has good buttons. They're okay. His stand forward goes pretty far. His jump forward goes pretty far. His jump roundhouse does a lot of damage and stun. His back fierce is nice that he has it, even though it's kind of risky. Delayed low. To catch people who block low then high. Oh. Well. I'm not clicking on any links right now. Summarize it for me. This is yep. I think he can actually get stand strong there. And DX knee. Huh? That was like before he even woke up. Bad punish though. That was a really phenomenally bad decision. Got a little bit of a mix-up going. Urian lives or dies on a super bar. It's very hard to make a useless super with Urian. No matter how you throw out your super, it's probably going to do something. But his pressure starts and stops based on how many supers he's got. Yeah, Q's only like low combo is like EX low dash into super, which is not confirmable. And also starts with a big flashing yellow fucking slow ass special move. Q has like no lows. Does Q have an overhead besides his overhead dash punch? Q probably has the worst normals of almost any Street Fighter. They're bottom like 5 for sure. They're probably worse than Sean's normals, to be honest. But Q's special moves are pretty good, and his supers are also pretty good, and his taunt is also pretty good. But his normals in a vacuum are probably worse than Sean's normals. And Sean has some garbage normals. 12 does not have bad normals. That's a very unfair criticism of 12. 12's normals are great. Sea Viper has a pretty sloppy set. That towards strong is kind of cool though. It's not that good, but it's cool. Close fierce, low fierce, and low strong are all quite good too. And stand strong, I guess. And stand short. Viper could do worse. 12 doesn't have shit normal, shut up. They just do low damage and have no combo ability. They've got good ass hitboxes and great speed. Often really good range too. I will not take these criticisms against 12. It's only punchable on hit if you're like a few characters. And you just don't hit that button in those matchups. But like Roundhouse isn't even one of his good normals. Fierce isn't one of his good normals either. 12 doesn't care about his heavies that much. It's his mediums and lights that do a lot of work. Nice. Yeah, hit that mirror. It was a good walk. We went behind my local yogurt land and walked around in the neighborhood. And then we ate yogurt at the yogurt land because it closes at midnight. I don't know if anyone underrates Elena's normals. That's like her good feature. Everyone calls Elena budget Chun, and what they're trying to say is her normals are pretty good. Sloths are kind of like animals without legs. They basically got 4 arms. Hey, you see that? You see how he grabbed Elena, and then Elena got hit by the mirror? You guys ever seen that shit before? That's unblockable. Like, if there's an animal in the world that has 4 arms and no legs, it's probably the sloth. Actually, it's probably an ape of some variety. Or a monkey. Like a gibbon or something. Nice. An orangutan, perhaps. The spiders walk on it and they don't pick shit up. I've never seen a spider pick shit up. It's probably like some that can. See that? Oh, nice parry. The forward dash was hoping for him to block, because the mirror, on block the mirror pushes you, it would have pushed him to the left in this case. That universal overhead might have been linkable into Super 2 from the angle that he hit it and the height. But he didn't go for it. EX mirror, doing absolutely nothing at all. That's a low. That's like Q's best low. Crouch fierce. It's not even good. But it is a low. I can't see this being bad for Necro. Q is generally pretty good. Yes, punish those. Alright, that's good enough. I think you can get double light spinning hooks against Q in the corner. Maybe mid-screen too. Which is kind of weird. Kind of good. Just a juggle. You get 3 hits there against Q. And some other characters. Back Fierce is kind of great. Down back Fierce is also kind of great. 12 has an interesting, I mean, Necro has an interesting set of normals. This guy's got a fucking circle in his name. That's not a character or anything, it's just a circle. They're pronouncing it Maru, which just means circle. The third one is hair, I think. It's the Ke in Kami no Ke. I think. Isn't it? I'm actually not sure. Yeah, it is. That was well played. That juggle school. It like leaves the opponent in a reset and it does like it's almost damage optimal. EX? No, regular. He could have died there. I would have low parried. Necro's usually okay. He like generally loses matchups, but they're not like... Necro never really loses by a landslide, which means if you're a really good Necro player, you can actually do some work. Taking the double taunt rather than the juggle. If you do even a single taunt, you lose the ability to juggle, if I recall. This should kill. EX dash punch Stairman House. Necro's probably like underrated tier. There's only like a minute left. This match is gonna take less than a minute. This scares me. What's gonna happen? How are we gonna have 2 rounds in a minute? Is this Dudley gonna get his shit pushed in? Oh my lord. Far jab, close jab. It's like anti-air, bro. Alright, there's 30 seconds. So now he's got to win in the other 30 seconds. Oh lord, there it is. Jump fierce, just stand fierce. Whew, that was fast. Advice, I'm really bad at giving advice on third strike matches. I'll take a look at it after this. Another dutter. Jima. I don't know what any character does except Aura. That's the truth. I understand the game through an Aura lens. So unless you're playing Aura, I'm not very good at giving advice. Wait, never seen Witch intro. The people running? That's like Q's normal intro. There's actually 2 different animations of people running that will randomly play out. Oh yeah, sometimes he dash punches in and sometimes he walks in. Depending on which animation of people it is. Ouch. 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 Oh my god. This Q is doing some work. Alright, Dudley's doing his thing. That was standing, so there's no link there. And that's a low. There's a saying among Dudley players, I forget what it is, but it's literally like, if you get 1, you can get 3. It's like something like that. Where it's just like, you know, the momentum from like getting 1 super. Dudley has the best Oki in the game, bar none. That's like his big weapon. He's got like a pretty good tool set in general, but his really, really strong thing is that he's got the overhead into super, he's got the low into super, he's got the rose, and then he also has short swing blow. He's got like a bunch of tools to just fuck with you if you're trying to wake up. And he's got good meaties on the side. That's probably blockable. And that's a good punish. So we saw it as a punish, so we get to see its full damage. Doesn't look like that much, but it's usually short combos that confirm it. Ken's a close second. You don't really see... Oh, this is big. Oh, he missed it. You can get 6 on Q, if I recall. What was I going to say? Dudley doesn't really normally stun you, but if he gets like a lot of DPs, his DPs have a lot of stun. But like Dudley's stun is normally really bad. Let's see what he landed. DP and EX DP do a lot of dizzy, and then like his heavies, and that's it. That's all of his dizzy. He can't dizzy you apart from landing those. So what is it? There's a DP. Stand around house, jump around house, and then stand around house DP. So he just got a bunch of heavies and a bunch of DPs. That's how he got a stun. You almost never see Dudley stun anyone, so that was kind of weird to see. Like that's a very unusual thing that we just saw. Kashi is a Ken player, so it makes sense that he's actually using Dudley's DP. Most people don't use that as an ender. Good punish. He missed the first hit, which is half of the total damage. Nice. He missed the link. 1 parry. Q probably has a really hard time punishing Dudley's super without a super of his own. Nice. I didn't realize that was available mid-screen. Ow. That was some cute charging that we just saw. I'm kind of surprised that he had that. Charge dash punch, dash. Oh, this is another dash punch. Okay, so it wasn't cute charging. That was good though. He made a fat comeback really fast. Regular Asabuki, that was a punish. Slide is not good there. A little risky. Not super bad. Some good little set play right there. I don't know what that was about, the jump light kick or whatever it was. It had to be a jump light kick because he got cherry tapped. Damn, you're not even the first person to say that this hour. Why does everyone want more right after I make it? No one was asking for more cooking with Bath until I fucking made another one. And then everyone's just like, hey, keep doing this. Alright, I will. But only when I've actually got new food to prepare. And a need for new food. That S-Ride video finally opened in the background. I was hearing noises from it, and by finally I mean a minute ago. It was like not loading for a really long time. Ibuki's one of the least played characters in this game because she's really hard to play, and also she's not that good. She's like mid-tier, she's like perfectly balanced. She's not that hard to play, she's just very specific. And she also has very little, she has surprisingly little grime. She's a somewhat fundamental character. Her like mix-ups aren't super strong. That was pretty risky. This should kill. She's got like a slew of 5-5s. The only character that's really considered to beat Ibuki is Chun-Li, which is kind of surprising for a mid-tier. What about Ibuki's even cancer? Dude, not only did someone already ask for me to make a cooking with Bath, but I was like, literally, I'm gonna make like a quiche or something. And then I asked if that's how you pronounce it, and no one answered. Did you see how Elena ducked literally every hit of that? Never, ever, ever do all highs against Elena, Chun-Li, or Oro. Which is exactly what he just did. Ibuki caught the fat nerfs. It's not even the fat nerfs, it's the, well, it is the fat nerfs, but it's the fat, like, balances. Ibuki got fixed. It's just quiche. Okay. There you go. Now I know. Alright, I'll make one. I don't even know what's in it, but I'll find a way. I'll make it. I will find a recipe on the internet. In the internet. A recipe on the internet. That's not so rare. It's not common. But there's a lot of subtle ones. Like Dudley Super 3 has 3 different ranges, which makes it more or less unsafe, but also more or less likely to pick up punishes. That's surprisingly hard to get that punish. I think that was it. She recovers pretty soon after landing. Tominaga. Whoa, that was like a... I didn't... I think I was just jump forward. It looked like a jump fucking Fierce or something. Makoto gets juggled oddly there. You should never juggle anyone with that super, but Makoto it's actually more permissible because you can actually like pick up a DP after the super connects on Makoto. Because she's got a weird hitbox. He wasn't available there because he didn't get the right frame. That was an actual good-ass punish. Technically speaking, it should have been non-EX, because he didn't need EX to kill. Uh-oh. I don't think that Remy's Super 1 changes. Or I don't know anything about it. The changes would be more accurate. Elena's a bit weird, but she's not so weird that she doesn't fit. I like the game plan she's built around. It's very third strikey. She doesn't hit you too hard, but she does have a really solid mix-up. In order to beat her, you have to make hard reads. She kind of emphasizes a nice element of the game. Yeah, they drop the ball hard, trying to rebalance her for Street Fighter 4. Almost everything about her is bad, but it was fun to play. Big O. Yuri in Super 3 has 3 different ranges. 4 different ranges based on button press. Such a busy. This should kill. Tominaga rarely drops these. Yep. That's an interesting combo because it uses an EX plus 2 full supers. You use the initial super almost immediately, and then the full combo builds an EX. That's not weird, that's totally normal. Almost everyone's close normals are better than their far normals. I guess it depends a little bit. But close normals typically have much better frame data. Much better qualities. Such as cancelability. Lower startup. Remy's close forward is actually a very good button. His close strong and close fierce are both okay. Huh? Very optimal punish. He should be able to win with only the 1 meter spent. I think it's neutral jump fierce, or he might still be able to do forward jump, but he had to do a different timing. But I think neutral jump fierce is the one. I can't even picture his far hard punch. Oh, it's the one where he like swings his elbow out and like his fist. He's got like a bent elbow and he just swings his fist outwards at you. I feel like a limp dick guile towards fierce. If Tommy didn't miss that punish, he would have won the last round. Or this round? Nice. Good entry level fighting game to play if you've never really played one before. Street Fighter V, honestly. You will have varying success with Skullgirls. I think Skullgirls is a really good answer, because it has a lot of tutorials and shit. And also you can play it in a very, very basic way. You can just play fucking, I don't know who the easiest character is. Monophilia or something. You can play Monophilia and do okay. Hit me there. Didn't want that. No good punish available. You should have time to jump in punish rather than the command grab punish. I would have done exactly what he did, but he had something better available. Samurai Showdown seems like it'd be a bad fighting game to start with because I don't know if it has any players. Maybe if you go on Fightcade, there's people in like one of the same showrooms. What same show do people play? Isn't it like 2 and 5? Two and 5 special. I don't know a damn thing about fucking Samurai Showdown except it's made by SNK. And it's got like a fucking fencer lady and a fucking really, really fat guy with a sickle. And also this red Oni thing with a fucking exposed bone. That's like everything I know about it. It's a complete list of things I know about Samurai Showdown. And Hamaru's in it. Nice. Parry into stage jab. MLG plays. Sad thing is, it's almost the best thing he had available. The only good fighting games to start with are things that are modern. Sad truth. Or I shouldn't say things that are modern, more things that are currently played. Like, this game isn't modern. I wouldn't recommend necessarily starting with it, but it's definitely doable. It was my first competitive fighting game. A fighting game doesn't... I feel like a fighting game... Having no systems doesn't make a fighting game good to start with. A good fighting game to start with would be systems, a lot of systems, but very easy entries into them. Which would make Street Fighter V okay. It's not like Street Fighter V doesn't have cancels. It just has cancels that are somewhat easy to do. And very ubiquitous ways of like landing them. Guilty Gear would be a good example too. Very modern. A lot of people play it. A lot of systems that aren't too hard to abuse. Learn. Oh. Rising Impact had its devs lassoed into something else. I forget what happened. It got bought by like Riot or something, and then like the devs got like they're working on something else right now. Maybe like a fucking sequel to Rising Up or Rising whatever. Rising Impact. What the fuck? Is this some new advanced meta? Stand still and allow yourself to get command grabbed so you die? Rising Thunder. That's the game I was thinking of. What the fuck is a Rising Impact? That must be some entirely different thing.
なのかな、やっぱさすがにちょっと誠が有利とかなの。そんなことない。
そんなことはないと思う。
そうなんだ。あ、じゃあ俺がしてる時とじゃあ全然違うんだね。
まあどうだろうね。ユリアンよく使っといてなんか言うのちょっと嫌だけど、ユリアンが難しいと思うこれ。
ああ、なるほど。
まあ誠がもう嫌な部分はあるけど、ちょっと難しさの種類が違う。
DIU?
なるほど。ユリアンはただ、まあ端とかになっちゃうけどコンボとか入りやすいし、スタンチも短いしみたいな、そういうところはあるよね。
スタンチ短く
I
は
don't know what that is.
結局でもダブルで終わりだからね。スタンチの回復が遅い。
まあ確かにそうだね。短いっていうのはなんか、ごめん、ダトリーとかと同じで普通みたいな感じのガタイをしてるみたいな。
あれは
まあおかしいよね。そうだね。
I'm like a pro like fighting game player. Emphasis on like the invisible air quotes. And I was a little overwhelmed by Guilty Gear. I can't even imagine if it was your first fighting game. That'd be overwhelming as fuck. Oh, Diamond is unbreakable. Well, I'm not surprised. So wait, it's out? I can get a cam rip? Me and my friend can watch it? How far does it go? Is Gear even in it? I can't imagine it's all a part 4. I mean, obviously it's not because it's a movie. But like, who's the villain of the movie? I doubt we're gonna have Remy and fucking Kira.
いい試合だな。なんだ大パンかな。大パンか。やっぱしっかり見てる。
まだわかんない。全然わかんないこのキャラは。
Oh.
そうだね。いや、さすがにそれだけはっていう。
So it's like fucking... It's like Dragon Ball Evolution or whatever. Villain is Angelo. Angelo's actually a really good villain. He was only in like the first 2 fucking... In like the very... He's like the intro villain. But like, if you're gonna have someone be the main villain, that's probably the best pick. Like, sadly. I feel like normally it's Japan watching us make a bunch of really horrible decisions with an anime movie, live action movie of an anime. It's satisfying to see Japan fuck it up. Angela doesn't need a dog. What the fuck? What am I there for? What's the point of watching a JoJo movie if a dog doesn't die? That's like the whole reason I read JoJo. It's for the dogs that die. Show me the match. Bring in match. Oh, it's done. There's nothing else. It's just Calm Dudley.